Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. If you've been in the mod manager lately, you may have noticed that there has been some mods that have been removed from console in Baldur's Gate 3, and that's what today's video will be about, as I've gotten some requests to talk about this, and there's some other updates regarding this. We're currently sitting at 769 mods currently on console, with 3 of them that have been removed. I'll be covering which of the mods got removed, as I've seen a lot of different Reddit threads and things talking about the mods that were removed, and no one could figure it all out, and I know the actual mods that got removed. So first one here, you see the get a room photo mode animations has been deleted. So if you search this up on Google, you can still find the index web page of it. And unfortunately, when you click it, it takes you to this redirect on mod.io where the mod has been deleted. So it's actually 3 different photo mode mods. And the thing is, if you currently have this downloaded to your game and you go to load the game, it's going to prompt you with a message whenever you first load in. And you can usually just go right past that and your save should be fine because the mod is currently installed, but you can't install it in the future. So this is the first mod that got removed, and you can actually go on the Nexus mods version, which is for PC, and Eladwin here has given an explanation. Now, I've covered some of their mods in the past, and I don't blame them, honestly, for what they were doing. So they archived all their mod.io mods because they are done with people not being able to read and report and spamming me about stuff that isn't my fault. Sorry. And yeah, that's kind of what's been happening. They put a longer response here. And this is something I actually covered in a video 2 weeks ago talking about, because there's been a lot of toxicity in Baldur's Gate 3. And this is a video I had to make. Made a video whenever patch 8 dropped because, again, mods are free and mod authors make it in their own free time. That's something that people don't seem to understand. They almost treat it like it's a DLC pack. And whenever there's a problem that pops up, they have all sorts of complaints and angry messages. And even the craziest part about this video is I made this after I was the subject of a Reddit hate bomb thread. I don't know what really happened there, but there's a lot of really mean comments about myself, and I've seen a bunch of others about other modders, and I talk to modders every single day about these things, and you can even see there's a number of dislikes on this video, and I did delete upwards of 40 or 50 comments from my video here, and I have my channel moderators actually had to help out quite a bit with this video in particular, where I addressed the toxicity. So it just goes to show how toxic things really are. And for those that have played games with mods in the past, like Skyrim or Sims 4, you might be thinking, first time? Like, it's oftentimes, modding communities are very toxic. I'm not sure why, but I think it's still a very big problem, because this is what drives mod authors from removing their mods and just putting it behind different walls where there's less people to complain about it. Actually, this even goes a step further. There was a situation in the Sims 4 modding community where it was an update and it broke a cosmetic mod. And this mod author actually ended up getting death threats to their family while they were on vacation, which is absolutely insane and should never happen under any circumstances. So I guess back to the Nexus mods, you can go find their Patreon here, where they do have the mods listed all here, which we'll get to in a second. But I'm just going to read through this because this is a very well said kind of rant regarding all of this, because it's seriously gotten too far. So Eladin wrote, "So you may have noticed I've archived all my mods on mod.io. Why? Because I'm done with people who can't read or provide any info besides it broke my game." Now, this is a comment I actually get quite a bit on my own videos, being like, why did you recommend me this mod and end up breaking my game? And I get some very toxic comments regarding that. And I always mention in my videos that there's an inherent risk anytime you download mods while playing a game, because it's modifying the game's files. There's things that do mess up. Now, the thing is, cosmetic mods that Eladwin made aren't oftentimes the things that are causing the issues. Cosmetic mods typically run pretty smoothly on pretty much every system, console, PC. So I feel like a lot of the times when people are saying, oh, this broke my game, there's an issue unrelated to their mod that caused this issue, because I see comments like this all the time. I'm always good to help out. Leave a comment anytime you have issues with mods, and I try to do my best to get it back to as many as possible. I spend hours a day responding to comments regarding modding issues, but even still, it's never enough, because there's people that just leave very poor kind of feedback on mods, and you see it quite frequently. So no matter in how many big letters and how many times I write that the mod downloading, not updating is not my issue. And that's, again, a thing related to mod.io itself. Sometimes there's issues with mods downloading, especially we see this on console with face mods or any of the other mods that have a large download size. So like the Tabs Hair Salon here is 357 megabytes. These mods, especially the large size ones, will sometimes take a bit of time to download because that's a large file size, especially coming through a platform like mod.io, which is not not any type of Google Drive. So there's obviously some issues that pop up with some of these mods, whereas like obviously ImpUI being 348 kilobytes, that's a quick download. So just something there. And unfortunately, they got a lot of comments regarding that because they did make some hair mods, and some that I actually recommended a lot in my videos because they're very well done. However, they get spammed with reports and messages, and there's only so much that they can take. So I'm sorry, but my patience with mod users has run out. And I honestly understand this 100% just because of how toxic I've seen a lot of comments towards mod authors. I try to be nice, I try to be understanding, I try to provide excessive information and solutions. Now, this is the unfortunate part is anytime that you leave a bunch of instruction and information that's relevant to a mod, it seems like the people that don't read it whatsoever are the first ones to complain. And that's a big problem. So people, whenever you download mods and there's an issue, please check the description because there's oftentimes the solution right there and any types of conflictions that may pop up. But again, people don't read. It's a big problem. I spent hours making the mod available to be on consoles just to be a one-click download because dragging the pack into Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager is apparently too hard and too much. And yeah, console mods has been a thing that's caused a lot of issues. And again, that kind of goes back to my video here because this was mostly related to console mod drops. This video, unfortunately, it's always unfortunately the loudest people in the community, the most toxic ones that are the most vocal, unfortunately. So sometimes those voices are a bit louder, and especially when you're putting in hundreds of hours to make these mods to be available as a simple one-click download, which that's literally what the in-game mod manager is. You just pretty much just press download. You don't even have to do load orders, which is what Skyrim was plagued with, especially on console. So they're doing this for free. In their free time, I make mods for myself and just want to share them with others. If people think that modders are just machines producing mods with a make mod in one click button, or even that modding is a well-paid full-time job, which it's not, I'm just going to put the kibosh on that right now because a lot of people, I get comments, and this actually blows my mind that people think that modders actually make money from modding. Yes, there may be a commission here or there. That's barely any pocket change compared to the amount of time and effort that goes into making these mods. It really frustrates me when I see people that think that it is a full paid job. It's not. It's literally them doing this in their free time. So I fully understand this rant. I'm sorry, they don't deserve the content. Sadly, it's all or nothing situation. Actually, respectful people might be mad. I don't care at all at this point. I honestly don't blame them because I'm a content creator. I understand getting comments is kind of part of the thing. But for mod authors that just want to make mods for people to enjoy, and it's the toxic ones, again, that ruin it for everybody. So thanks for coming to my mod talk, and a lot of other mod authors here actually agreeing fully, and I agree 100% with everything they've done, and I don't blame them, honestly, for removing it. And some people may be upset about this. It's just the nature of it. It's not going to cause any issues with your game. If you have the mods already currently installed, they will be stuck on your console or your PC until you manually remove them, so just do not do that because you can't re-download them. But yeah, this has been, again, something that I actually had to address even, again, when patch 8 dropped, because people were getting threatened and harassed back when our patch 8 dropped. And again, for someone to do this for free, we got 3 Jasons here all saying the same thing. Leave mod authors alone. If you have problems with it, check any type of description in the mod to see what issues may arise. Typically, mods do have an inherent risk, but cosmetic mods are typically going to be the less likely to cause issues. But mod authors don't deserve to get any type of negative comments, things like that. There's constructive criticism, yes, but people take that a bit too far. I've seen it very often where someone's trying to explain to me that they were just leaving constructive criticism, and I'm like, the requests are sometimes so ridiculous and they don't understand. Again, going back to what Eladwin said there about the press a button to make a mod, that's, I guess, how some people do view this, that it's that easy, but modding's not easy. But anyways, to get to the mods that did fully get removed here, you may have had them on consoles. So the portrait poses for photo mode mod here, which gave a bunch of really nice new poses into the game. I'm a big fan of this type of mod where it adds more layers to the game. I still have this one on PC. You can download, unfortunately, if you're on PC, this is the only way you can get this. And they're free on their Patreon here. The Get a Room photo mod, as I mentioned at the start, and Claravel's emotes for photo mode. So these 3 mods were all, unfortunately, removed off console. And again, I understand 100% why. It's just because people leave the worst feedback, and sometimes it's just a lot for someone doing this for free to have to deal with all the negativity and toxicity from the community. So yeah, leave positive feedback on mod authors page. Again, I'm going to defend this point because I've had some people try to tell me that, hey, you should be a bit more expectant out of mod authors and expect more from them with their mods. And I actually argued with a few people in the comments of my previous videos about how they're doing this, again, for free, and it's not about Toxicity. They're doing this to make the game better. So I unfortunately have to report that we won't be seeing Didn't 999's hairstyles coming to console, because this is another mod of theirs that is now removed from the mod manager. And this is one I love because there's so many great hairstyle mods or hairstyles in this, and it comes from Didn't 999, who made a lot of Skyrim mods. So if you played Skyrim, you may have known. And unfortunately, they have also received a lot of negativity in the past. So again, this is something that comes from pretty much any type of modding, but it shouldn't exist. People should be a lot more positive with these things. And again, I just want to make this video to clear up why there is some mods that have been removed. And I guess this is more so for anyone that may be considered being toxic, because I do get a lot of toxic comments, unfortunately, on my videos, even when I'm trying to address these things. And this is exactly why consoles end up losing mods. It's just because people are aggressive towards it. People are mad at Larian, who's doing a lot of work to pay people to test and approve mods for consoles. So we just need, again, more positivity here. Kind of same message I had 2 weeks ago, but still want to make this video as I was asked about why there's mods that were removed. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great day, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.